After considerable soul-searching and discussion with my family, I've decided to ask the BC Liberal Party executive to hold a leadership convention at the earliest possible date to select a new leader of the party. Over the last few weeks, our government has continued to move forward with initiatives that will create jobs, strengthen our economy, and support families in every region of British Columbia. We've made the second largest personal income tax reduction in the province's history. We've launched new initiatives that will tailor our education system so that children get the best possible opportunity to succeed. Yet it is clear to me that those initiatives have been overshadowed. And when public debate becomes focused on one person, as opposed to what's in the best interests of the province of British Columbia, we've lost sight of what is important. When that happens, it's time for a change. This decision is what I believe is in the best interests of British Columbia, our government, our party, and the people who live here. At a time like this, everyone's attention should be focused on helping our economy rebound from the global recession and move forward with an agenda that families can see is in their long-term interests. My goal is to return public attention to what is important to British Columbians, their jobs, their families, and how government can best support them. That is what the decision.
Today we are potentially in the position of forming government. All the more reason, Sean, to form good government, to ensure that with good practices in place, to make sure that the backroom deals that has been put in for a party president has no place in today's politics.
Right. Now, you mentioned the backroom deals. You mentioned Mr. Sahota's stipend. Now, Carol James has yet to make a direct public statement regarding that particular stipend. You're saying that she knew about this particular stipend in the statement before caucus did?
Yes, my understanding is that Carol knew about it. Caucus only learned about it recently.
Right.
And it shook me to the core, I have to say. And I feel very strongly that we must demonstrate the highest of ethical standards in order to earn the trust of the electorate. And the backroom deal that was struck for the president of the party has no place in today's NDP.
Why do you find that deal concerning?
Because it's inappropriate and it's wrong. I think that if we're to practice open and transparent government, then we must practice it now.
Right.
And I think that is absolutely vital. I think that British Columbians deserve that. British Columbians want a government that they can trust, and I believe that the NDP will be a government that they can trust. That's why it's time for democratic change. That's why it is time for party renewal.
Now, how long have you had these concerns? How long have these concerns about Ms. James been, existing for yourself?
I've had concerns for some time.
Right.
Yep.
What would some time be?
Well, I've had concerns for some time, and it's reached the point where I think it is absolutely essential that we have democratic renewal in our party, that it is essential for our membership to have their say through a one-member, one-vote leadership convention. I think that by doing that, we will inspire our membership. I think that we will provide a clear alternative to our electorate.
Hi, Carol. Good morning. Thanks, everyone, for being here. Earlier this morning, I informed the Provincial Secretary of the NDP and our caucus chair that I'll be stepping down as leader of the official opposition and of the New Democrats. I'll be stepping down pending the election of an interim leader, and that decision will be made in the new year. This hasn't been an easy decision, as I'm sure you can imagine, but it's been a decision. It's been a decision that I've made in the best interests of the party. Most importantly, it's been made in the best interests of British Columbians, who expect and deserve a functioning opposition.
And they done you in.
You know, I know there'll be people who'll be angry.
Well, how
I
else
know
do
there'll
one-
be
how else
people.
do one interpret it?
I
They
know
set
there'll
out
be
to do you in and they got you.
I know there'll be individuals who see this as a win for the bullies, and that goes against any part of my moral fiber. But I have to tell you that the alternative of having 13 people walk away and our party spending time and energy trying to rebuild those ridings, trying to bring back those individuals, and spending another 3 months divided off isn't an alternative either.
But don't you
There's a man who smokes a joint with strangers. From everyone he meets, he feels no dangers. With every hit he
Well, thanks everybody for being here today. We're at the West End location of the Vancouver Cannabis Dispensary Society. This is one of 3 medical cannabis dispensaries, of which I am the director that serve patients in the Lower Mainland. And I'm here today to formally announce my bid for the leadership of British Columbia's New Democratic Party. I have been a
There's a man who smokes a joint with strangers. From everyone he meets, he feels no dangers. With every hit he takes, another friend he makes.
Few people have ever heard marijuana.
Smokefest. Smokefest. This is Dana Larsen. Welcome to the Weedy Wednesday Smokefest. Smokefest. Stoned.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome back once again to my sporadic Weedy Wednesday Smokefest. As always, I'm your host, Dana Larsen, and I'm...
The NDP leadership race got its first candidate today. Maybe. Marijuana activist Dana Larsen announced that he wants to run for leader. But as Renee Filipponi reports, it's not yet clear whether the party will let him.
I'm here today to formally announce my bid for the leadership of British Columbia's New Democratic Party.
At the medical marijuana dispensary, Dana Larsen made his announcement in front of a white board with a pot price list. The marijuana advocate ran in 2008 for the federal NDP, but he had to pull out after video surfaced of him smoking dozens of joints and bragging about taking drugs.
Today I'm going to be taking some acid in about an hour or so.
Larsen hopes his past drug use won't hurt his chances.
They were supposed to be entertaining and fun and outrageous. I did those for Pot TV. I'm not particularly ashamed of the things that were shown in those videos.
And I'm
Larsen
sure this
has
is
no
on people's minds. You know, I imagine, and I don't know for sure, do you still use marijuana?
I do consume cannabis, yes.
All right.
To really love a woman, to understand her, you gotta know her deep inside.
Fingers, political pundit David Schreck revealed a little-known and important piece of NDP party policy.
One of the gender equity provisions is that of the leader, president, and treasurer, at least one of those 3 people have to be a woman.
Right now, former NDP MLA Mo Sahota is the party's president and Bob Smits is treasurer. So the NDP has to either choose another female leader or fire one of them over his gender.
So far, it's only men who are being talked about.
Axing the affirmative action clause so the new Democrat leader, president, and treasurer can all be men.
I would bet 1,000 to 1 against the NDP changing the gender equity provisions in its constitution. That's just not on.